Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon. Come. Please take it. Samarth,
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself, Samarth.
Sir, my name is Samarth Behera. I have done my class 10 from Deepika English Medium School, Rourkela. Class 12 from Deepika English Medium School, Rourkela. Then I have done my graduation from IGNOU in BCA. So currently I am preparing for civil services.
What is BCA, by the way?
So Bachelor of Computer Application.
Okay. Okay. Cleared the UPSC ND exam, trained at INA for 3 years. But that has to be explained.
So actually I got out from NDA because of knee injury. My knee got dislocated, so I was forced to leave Navy. After coming out, then I opt for preparing for civil services.
Okay. When did you leave NDA?
So 2017, sir.
Okay. So you completed your training there.
No, sir. 3 years. 2 years basically it was completed. After that 1 year was means I got relegated twice because of that medical injury.
Okay.
Means I was not able to clear my physical tests over there. So after that I decided to quit that.
Okay. Computer applications. Tell us about this blockchain technology.
So blockchain technology is kind of crypto technology where different application can be run through it, like cryptocurrency, meaning other things like also in defense also blockchain technology is being nowadays used to encrypt the data so that no one can easily decipher the data from there.
What do you think of the developments in the Russian-Ukraine war? There was a mysterious event where suddenly the part of the troops they turned towards Moscow. They called it a kind of a mutiny.
Yes, sir.
It's very difficult to understand why it happened.
So perhaps because of this prolonged duration of the war, lots of life are getting hampered over there. Also it might happen that because of some Western influence, that Wagner group which decided to turn back on its own country. So after that some truce was there between Putin and that Wagner group chief, and they decided to stop that event from taking place.
Okay. Samarth, what should be our response to the Chinese moves on the Himalayan borders? Frequently it is happening there.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
coming up to northeast also. They say it's our territory.
Yes.
In long term and short term also, what should be our strategy?
So basically long-term strategy should be only diplomatic through negotiation, because we both depend on each other economically also and other geopolitical reasons also, because in a reason if the two countries will go at a war, then it will be a major disaster for the world economy also and the region also. And short term, sir, also some kind of aggression is also needed to check the onslaught by Chinese troops, because if we stay completely neutral on this policy, then the aggression will keep on increasing day by day. So some kind of regional means strength should be there from Indian side. They should stop these Chinese advances. And for long-term peace policy, some diplomacy is the best option in this case.
Good. And Samarth, your basically computer application, this is a later day addition. But tell us your study of sociology. We are not going into details, but basically what are the insights that sociology as a discipline has yielded for you personally?
So basically I was completely new to this subject when I chose this subject. So after going through this, I found that after studying sociology, I can get insight into the problems of the society. Now, whatever thing is happening in the society, everything related to the problems or the different social processes. So everything insight I am getting by studying through sociology. So if tomorrow or someday I become a civil servant, then it will be helpful for me to actually comprehend the comprehend the problem easily after going with the help of this sociological knowledge.
Is it possible to interpret the developments in Indian society composite as it is? Is it in terms of sociology? I have in mind uniform civil code.
Yes, sir.
There is a serious attempt,
Yes.
this directive principle, to have a draft bill and then pass it in the Parliament. An effort to build a consensus is on.
Yes.
Is it possible? Would you like to see it in terms of sociology? It is the same society, but it is a plural society,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Ours is a plural society.
Yes.
And then you are a scholar, student of sociology.
Yes.
So, is it now you bring in law, legislation to bring about a social change, because if it is implemented, it will be kind of a churning,
Yes.
isn't it? Don't you think so?
Yes.
So, would you offer your thoughts?
So basically, UCC has been mentioned in our DPSP. Article 44 also tells that the government should strive to implement UCC. But at the present scenario, what the government is trying to do is, it is trying to impose that UCC. But I think it is the right time. But the government should not go at a fast pace, means directly impose that thing into the constitution. Rather, every stakeholder should be taken into account, so that they can also come, citizens can also participate in that by giving their views. Different studies can take place, different government can form some committees. So government can form some committees so that they can go actually and consult different stakeholders before implementing.
We got your point, Samarth. But then, what are your own considered thoughts on the subject? I agree.
Yes.
We should not hurry through.
Yes.
We should not force. We should try and build a consensus on this sensitive topic. But then, what are your own thoughts?
Sir, I think it should be there for that unity in the country.
Just to provoke you or to bring it to a point.
Yes.
70 years, don't you think 70 years is a long enough time?
Yes.
How long are we going to wait, saying that we have to collect opinion, build a consensus? But 70 years it has been there as a directive principle in the constitution. 70 years period is not a long enough period for the Indian society and polity to have evolved a consensus, forged a consensus, or try and then reach a point. Because it may be, consensus may not be there.
Yes.
And so how long are we going to wait?
So some sort of resistance will be there whenever we are going to implement that.
Yeah.
That is going to happen. Either it is today or after 10 years, that will happen, because it is not possible in a pluralistic society like India that everyone will agree to a same point. But also we have to look at the benefit of majority, in the sense not religion but majority of the population, because of not having a UCC, the women are getting suffering from other religions, or some different kind of laws are there for which judiciary is also facing problems.
So
And lot of
let us be more pointed. Is it a fact that a significant size of the Indian citizens have been deprived of their fundamental rights enshrined in the constitution for at least 70 years after independence?
Yes, sir.
Consider the women of a particular section.
Yes.
They are also equally Indian citizens.
Yes.
Is there a discrimination against them? Maybe within the community.
Yes.
Injustice, gender injustice. And in that sense, we have allowed the fundamental rights of a significant segment of our own Indian citizenry. I'm not talking in terms of gender or anything like that,
Yes.
or religion. A significant segment of Indian citizenry have been deprived, or their fundamental rights have been violated all along the 6-7 decades. And then we have been tolerating, maybe in the name of religious freedom. So when there is a repugnancy between the fundamental rights and the so-called religious freedom, is it not time for us to confront these two things and resolve it one way or another?
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Yes, sir, I agree to your points. Because fundamental rights are basic for every human being, be it man, woman, or whatever religion it is. If a religious policy or religious law is coming in the way of fundamental right, then it needs to be changed. But for that change, instead of going by force, the government must bring all the stakeholders together, and we must just consult them and bring the change into it.
Thank you, sir. Samarth,
You are very thorough in international and national affairs, isn't it? Have you gone through the newspaper today?
No, sir.
You know that something happened in some states, pro-Indians and Khalistanis,
Yes.
they so protest amongst each other.
Yes.
Why you hurt for?
So Khalistan issue is from 1980s. It has been there in the Indian political scene. Now it is majorly happening from the foreign countries, not in the Indian soil basically. Except from few incidents that happened past year, that Amritpal Singh was there. But except that, majorly they are conducted from the foreign soils like Canada, France and UK, from that side. And it is actually kind of movement they are trying to means break the peace of the country, and mainly it is being promoted by ISI, Pakistan based agency only.
Doesn't that hamper this international relation?
So basically there is a bit of strain, because India also protested with UK government when that flag was pulled down in the UK embassy, and in Canada also India is protesting. So they are also saying that India is interfering into our internal matter by saying all this thing. But obviously that will bring a strain in the relation. But diplomatically it can be handled.
And how diplomatically? What is your concrete suggestion in your opinion,
So
irrespective of anything?
So first of all, we must protect our national interest at any cost. Suppose something is happening to our citizens over there, then it is our responsibility to protect them. So for that, Indian government must proactively either protest or diplomatically engage with that foreign country by pressurizing or by any means to protect our national interest and our citizens staying abroad.
You are telling that when the problem starts, we should stop them, try to stop them,
Yes.
so that it will not be cancerous,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So that you have to motivate and convince the citizens, the responsible citizens of our
Yes, sir.
country.
And even the foreign governments, because we are having cordial relation with those governments like Canada or UK, except in these few matters, that too because of their policies are different and our laws are different. So maybe there is some kind of tussle happening.
Then do you prefer cultural diplomacy then rather than this other type of diplomacy?
So all kind of diplomacy is good if it is in national interest.
Cultural diplomacy is also
Yes.
one of the good ways.
Yes.
Even if, have you any idea about blue economy?
So blue economy is basically the economy that we generate from oceans by fisheries and all. So I'm not completely aware, but
You know that these oceanic problems are there.
yes, sir.
The earth, the ocean and the air, all these are linked together for causing this climate change.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Global warming, climate change and natural disasters, everything.
Yes.
It is the burning problem now.
Yes.
So do you prefer to introduce blue economy in our strategy of development?
Yes, sir, definitely blue economy will help us in a long-term way because of this changing scenario due to global warming. People are losing their job and sources of income. We cannot go in an unsustainable manner in our developmental process. So if we implement those blue economy targets and motivate people to actually go for the developmental process in a sustainable manner, then we can better achieve our success targets.
Then what is sustainable society? What are the criteria?
Sustainable society, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
But it's sociology, what are sociology you have, no?
Yes,
Sustainable society. If society will be sustainable, what are the parameters?
yes. So for sustainable societies, there can be different kind of parameters like there should be social cohesion, peace should be there between the different communities living in the society, the economics should be robust for people to actually go. There should be control over the inflation and other criteria. Good governmental policies should be there.
Besides all these things, have you any idea about the welfare activities the state government is taking? Because you are opting for
Yes.
OPSC.
Yes.
Your preference will be
Sir,
OS.
OS, then OPS.
then OPS.
Yes.
Then what you have come across?
So different policies are there run by state government like Karya Mission, Jaga Mission, Mission Shakti for women empowerment basically. Then in agriculture also there are different policies like nowadays government is pursuing the mushroom mission, then millet mission is there for enhancing the income of the farmers. Apart from them, sir, Biju Swasthya Kalyan Yojana is there.
It's all right. One thing I can tell. Suppose how many people are below poverty line in Odisha? BPL category.
Sir, exact figure I'm not aware of. So I will find it out.
Around
So around 30%, I guess.
30% to 30%.
30 to 40.
How many illiterate are there?
So literacy rate is 72, so illiterate are around 28%.
So 30%. Average 30%. 28, 30, whatever. So for 30% people, we are doing all this welfare scheme or any, I mean this middle group and the others.
Sir, policy implementation is having some problems because at the ground level there are always some defect while implementing the policies. So actual beneficiaries are many times getting skipped in those policies. So many non-beneficiaries are actually getting the benefit and those who deserve that benefits are actually being left behind.
One transparent opinion just give me as a work for grain. Is it better than that of any policy or giving 1,000 rupees to women sitting idle in the house or something? What do you prefer?
So I prefer for working the government should give, because if they will just give it directly to the people, nowadays in the society there is a problem of lack of laborers, because people just don't understand ki if they keep on giving the money, the people basically thinks ki it is their right to get those money, but the government should actually motivate them that that is for supplementing their income. So after that also
it is
they have to-
definitely political motivation than that of the sustainable development of the people.
So can't say that. Sometimes that can be political motivation also, but sometimes it is necessary, like giving pension to the old age people or the disabled or the pregnant mothers. That is needed because they cannot go and work hard, or they need some kind of income for sustaining themselves.
I will give one situation, then
Sir.
you have to solve it. That's the last one, then the sir will tell. One old age home is there. They are about 85 years above. The ladies are there. They were abandoned by their children. This is true, the hard case. If will be video of that area, so they have no Aadhaar card, nothing else. You know that banking problems are there, other things. They can't get government help also. The pension is also stopped, etc. So, what is your action to help them?
So first of all, I will like to add them into the government policies that has been implemented in that area. By including them, if they are not having those document also, then also we will try to make those document for them and get the documentation done in a fast pace and get them enrolled into those policies so that they can get the benefit of all those policies that has been implemented by the government.
You want to make the policy available at the doorstep.
Yes, sir.
Because they have no capability of movement also.
So many times they are lacking the documents also which is required for getting enrolled into the policies. So many times they are not getting the benefit of those policies also for that reason.
Good.
Tell me about what do you mean by aquarist?
So aquarist means I am having a hobby in aquascaping, sir. Like I usually in the glass I make different kind of scapes and keep fishes in it by planting also. Inside that aquarium only I make the designs.
Okay. Why Sundargarh district is famous in terms of minerals?
So basically it is famous for Rourkela steel plant. Iron ore is there.
Only iron ore is important.
Rest I have not gone through. I will.
Okay. What are other activities in Sundargarh district? Other industries? Or it is from agriculture point of view it's also important?
Yes.
What? Industry, agriculture or minerals? Or I mean mining activities?
So majorly for industrial works only Sundargarh is important because lots of apart from sale also lots of small industries are there. Like sponge iron mines are there, means just outside of Sundargarh, Rourkela area. Lots of sponge iron small industries are there. Apart from them, plastic beads industries are also there in that area. So basically that reason is kind of industrialized only. In the outskirts of the Rourkela area, that is dominated by agriculture.
Name some of the tourist places in your district.
So my district is Mayurbhanj.
Oh, Sundargarh is not your home
No sir,
district?
there I have studied.
Achha, okay. Okay, you can tell about Mayurbhanj.
So Simlipal, that is a biosphere reserve. That is also a famous tourist spot. Apart from that, Kichakeshwari temple is there. Bhimkund is there. Apart from them, sir.
Distinguish between biosphere reserve and national park.
So, national park is a term that can be said that it is more protected than a biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserve, human activities is allowed to some extent, but in a national park that is not allowed. Human activity is completely prohibited. It is only allowed to some tribal communities only if they are staying in that region, but that too in a very limited manner.
Okay, Similpal is the biosphere reserve you are telling.
So it is also a national park.
Okay, also a national park.
Yes.
Some of the tribes are also residing in that.
Yes.
What is their status in terms of forest rights and or rights on forest products?
So there are both major tribes are also staying in Simlipal region. Apart from PVTGs are like Khadiyas and Mankriya, they are categorized as PVTGs. So they are staying in, they are allowed to stay in the interior of the Simlipal region also. Apart from that, the Santhal tribes are there, Kulash tribe are there. So they are also major tribes over there. They are allowed some kind of activities. Suppose their lands are there in that biosphere region, so they are allowed the farming activities or to collect their minor forest produce. But they are not nowadays. They are not being allowed inside the core region.
When we are switching from BCA to as administration, how it can helpful for the government or for the public?
So basically I can use my computer knowledge to implement the policy in a better manner. Keeping the accountability of the funds also, computer can be much helpful in that sense. Or maintaining the data of different.
What is e-governance?
So e-governance is basically governance that has been moved to a computer kind of environment where everything is available online. Means the citizen can directly get their information about the policies or different kind of benefit through the online medium only. No need of going to the offices for that reason.
Good. Samarth, this is the first time you are appearing for OCS?
No sir, second time.
Last time what happened?
So I'm new in Odia, so last time Odia only I got
Oh,
could not clear.
This time you cleared, is it?
Yes sir.
So how do you feel, Samarth? You left NDA quite some time back.
So 2017.
So it was quite some time.
So after that I did my graduation. Means that there I didn't got any graduation degree.
Okay. You have
You
applied.
fatal complete करता ना इन्हें पहचान नहीं?
Yes sir.
What is that name of that course?
So that is NDA exam UPSC is conducting.
No. After completing that exams, you
Sir, second lieutenant in Navy. Different ranks in different. In Navy it is sub lieutenant.
okay.
In Army second lieutenant and like that.
You appeared for any other exam, Samarth?
Yes sir. Previous year ASO exam I appeared. I cleared that, but that exam actually process is stuck in High Court.
No. Any other exam? No.
No sir. UPSC sir, this year I have given. I will be giving the mains exam.
Okay. You have cleared the prelims.
Yes.
Good, Samarth. So how do you feel? Your mock interview.
So I was quite nervous because this is the first interview I am facing.
Mock interview, is it?
Yes sir.
So you have done well. You have done well. That is a deliberate understatement, Samarth. Okay. You have done well in the optionals.
Yes sir. Quite good sir.
So apart from optionals, there are other papers?
Yes.
Written, huh? What are those papers? GK.
General studies.
So 4 papers on the
Yes,
UPSC.
English paper is qualifying.
Okay, and
Essay paper is there.
and then
General studies 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Optional they have also
You have
one
done
and
all
two.
those general, you must
Yes.
have done it. So good. You have any questions to ask of us, Samarth?
Samarth. He has Samarth also. Potential.
Yeah.
It's good.
So that's why you said you have done well. That's an understatement from us. We don't want to say. So you have any questions to ask of us, Samarth?
So regarding my conduct, because I was quite nervous, so how should I go and present myself in front of them?
No, nervous. All of us are when we appear before. A little, but then I won't say slight. Be at ease. The answer is obvious, will it?
Yes.
So you have to be alert, obviously. You have done NDA, you know all those things. So you have to be alert, obviously. You have to be alert throughout, very polite. But after some time, you should settle down,
Yes.
be composed.
So 1 and 2 point I faced that problem, means suddenly I got blank in that space. I just missed that word only. Like committees, I could not remember that, collect that word.
Which word?
So like I was answering to your question, one question. So I wanted to talk about that government should form some committees to review that UCC, and in that between I got stuck. So for 30 seconds maybe I was completely blank at that time.
So in that sense, I mean, I won't say nervous, a little tensed up.
Yes.
When we say you should be at ease, free of tension. Only then you will be on it. Otherwise, yeah, you're right. I won't call it nervousness, a little tension. Tension should not remain throughout.
Yes.
A creative tension, alertness should be there. I think if you practice it, otherwise your answers are very good. And regarding being at ease, take a deep breath. You do pranayama now?
Yes, meditation sometimes.
That's all. Take a deep, whenever you feel a little nervous or tensed up, take a dip like this, now and then. Probably you are holding your breath. That may be one reason. Are you holding
Many
it?
times, yes.
Very quietly you can take a breathe in quietly. Now and then, without being very obvious or intrusive. You look like that. Doesn't matter.
Drink water, be comfortable, you are okay.
Yes.
Don't be gloomy, having smiling face. Smiling face, not like this. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
the moment, no, because it's a good tip because the moment you smile,
Yes.
you automatically relax.
Relax.
You cannot be tense and be smiling at the same time. So when they smile, that is a technique, more than what I said. Breathing and smiling, the moment you start smiling,
Smile will
automatically,
take nights.
automatically you relax, you are at ease.
It is
So-
actually
Any other question? If you have done well in your written paper,
when will be your exam?
So 21st of this month.
Time is there.
Yes.
okay, your personality is good and your performance in the tree is very
Don't
good.
search for any word. If you are searching what exact word you want to
Ah.
get, then that you express it.
Yes.
You language ଜାଣୁଛ ତ କହିଦେବ
It happens with all of us. You get the point, Samarth.
ସେଇ ପଏଣ୍ଟଟା ଭାବିବ ସେଇ ୱାର୍ଡଟା କ'ଣ ସେଇଠି ୱାର୍ଡଟା କ'ଣ ରହିଯିବ
It
ଦଶ
need not be there.
ତ ଯୋଉଟା ଜାଣିଛ କହିଦେବ ଅନ୍ୟ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜରେ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ ତ doesn't matter.
Okay?
Yes.
You are right. The only point is a little tense that you know how to relax it. And to assure you that your performance is outstanding. So therefore you can relax. It all depends upon how well you have performed.
So in Odisha's part also I need to because there I am lagging
Yes.
regarding the information.
Freedom fighter,
Yes, sir.
materials,
Yes.
Even in Raurkela also you have to collect data regarding Sundarban.
Yes.
Many other minerals have also found.
Yes.
Arugula is a city of what it is called like that.
You can read, absorb as much as you can. Because don't cram. If you cram, then it becomes a problem. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Just absorb as much in the light of the questions asked. Gather as much as possible. But don't try to cram into that. But where you be on the point, you give up and say, sir, this much I know, I'll read up later. Because there will be always areas, always questions which we will not be able to answer. So there you smile and say, sir, sorry sir, I'll read up on the point, I'll catch up on the point. Okay? All the best, Samarth. We should like to see you in the top of the list. God bless you.